Hey, there you are.
Mr. Hayslett, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good, brother.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Just finishing out listening to this track. Can you hear it?
Huh?
Can you hear this track?
No, I can't.
Okay. Well, I tell you, I'm listening to March of the Oompa Loompa.
March of the Oompa Loompas. You know where that's from, right?
I think with Wizard of Oz, is that right?
No, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
All right, I was close. You're like, no, you weren't, brother. No, you weren't, brother. No, you're close. No, you weren't close. All right.
Yeah,
But I tell you what, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, man. I am so glad we were able to connect.
man. Thank you, man. Just dealing with a couple of challenges, but that's all. Nothing that
Hey, brother, that's life. Life
you
happens,
know
and
what
you
I'm
know
saying?
what?
That's right.
Yes, and prayers up to your daughter, man.
Thank
Good
you.
health for her, healing
Thank
blessing,
you.
strength,
Thank you.
strength and mercy from the higher source, and all of that good stuff for your family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes,
Before
sir.
we go further, man, you have
Yes.
got to tell me where we met.
I can't do that yet because I'm gonna
Oh.
surprise you coming up. I got a good one for you.
Okay,
I
okay,
got a good one for you. All right.
okay. All
So,
right.
all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are speaking with Mr. Michael Hawkins, whom I've met before. I will explain that to him later. But hey, I am introducing him to you all because you all must know Michael Hawkins has he's coming out with his new releases, get ready to drop any day now.
Yep.
And he has blessed me with three tracks that I've already played for you on the air. But we're gonna keep pushing it because I believe in what he's doing, and I know my drive-through listeners will love it too.
Thank you, sir.
All
Appreciate
right,
that.
so that's
Appreciate
where we're going to start. Michael Hawkins, he's a bassist, composer, educator, and I'm sure much more. Father, I'm sure he's a godly man, husband,
it.
and he's also I almost spilled it, but I ain't gonna spill it yet. All right. So, Michael, tell us a little bit about yourself. Then I've got a couple of questions for you.
Okay. Well, born and raised in Alexandria, Virginia, DC area.
Okay.
And if you um are familiar with the DC area, it's DC area has always been a live music town. You
Okay.
know, since the whenever, it's always been a live music town.
Okay.
Um,
Let me stop you right there because I've never been to DC and I've never
yeah.
been to Virginia. Are they close?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm from Northern Virginia.
Okay.
So Alexandria's Northern Virginia. So that's what they call it now is DMV area, DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Okay. Okay.
So that
DMV.
whole area, yeah, that whole area. So I guess during the late 70s, early 80s, Chuck Brown started a craze called Go-Go.
Okay.
And he scored, like, I guess in about 78, he scored a number one hit with Bustin' Loose.
I
And
feel like busting loose.
that's right. That's right.
Okay.
And man,
I know somebody else that likes Chuck Brown.
hey man, that that changed not the record itself, but what happened was local bands started springing up out of the woodwork. You know, I mean, we had in our neighborhood, every neighborhood had its own band, you know, associated with it. You know, and um, and one of the top bands that I grew up listening to was a band called Ovation.
Oh,
And
Faison. Oh man, I'm gonna have to pull him up. I'm gonna have to pull
yeah,
him up.
oh
I got
yeah,
up on him.
guy named Elwood Jones, man. You know,
Okay.
but I heard these guys play and it changed my life, man. I mean, I couldn't move, man. And they just the music they were playing. And the thing was, these were all neighborhood people, you know. So like their lead singer at the time was
Okay.
sang at our church, you
Oh
know.
wow.
So, to hear her, of course we always knew that she could sing, but Tracy Arrington is her name.
Tracy
But
who?
when I saw her, Arrington,
Arrington. Okay.
yes, yes, yes. But
Okay.
when I saw her singing with that band, man, I couldn't even describe like what it did to me, man. So that's when I started moving in that direction.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to play, even though as a young child, I've always wanted to play the bass.
Okay.
I used to want to be like Jermaine Jackson or Larry Graham.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was really heavy into that. My dad had a record store, so I would go
Wow.
there. Yeah.
Didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He had a record, and I would go over there after school. I guess I was about third grade, and I would go over there and spin records. So people outside can hear the records. And
Yes.
I was playing Earth, Wind and Fire, Gratitude. I
Yes.
was playing Norman Connor's "You Are My Starship." I
Yes.
was playing Schoolboy Crush, all that stuff. And so
Yes.
all that music, man, just like pretty much like molded me. You know what I'm saying? And
It's amazing how many I'll just say how many musicians I know that are playing jazz now that grew up on the soul,
oh
the
yeah,
the funk,
oh
the
yeah,
heavy
oh yeah,
R&B, man. It's
oh yeah, oh
it,
yeah,
it, it it's just
oh
it's
yeah,
just it's amazing how many of you cats I talk to, we
oh
name the
yeah.
same records, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. So, man, and there was also a local group, um, called TNT. And
TNT.
yes, man. And these guys, they were more patterned after Earth, Wind, and Fire, and
Okay.
man,
Which is a
groups,
hard act to follow.
which is a far hard act to follow, man.
Whew.
But like you can go down any street, any neighborhood, and
Mhm.
there'll be a stage set up, and their bands were playing. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
rec center, they would set a stage up on a basketball court outside, and
Yes.
bands would play. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
It doesn't matter where, DC, Maryland, Virginia, that sort of thing was happening,
What's happening?
and especially during the summer, man. In DC, you
Yes.
know, free concerts, all summer long, man. But then groups like Rare Essence, groups like Trouble Funk,
Yep.
uh, Experience Unlimited EU, they started. What happened was when artists would come in town, at
Mhm.
first they wouldn't book local groups on there, you know,
Gotcha.
but um, after a while, man, they weren't selling no tickets if they weren't booking.
Got it.
And I remember one time I went to go see Cameo. Now,
Yep.
all people, Cameo. You know what I'm
Cameo.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Chuck Brown was on the gig,
Okay.
on the bill.
Mhm.
Man, they turned that system up so loud. Wasn't a soul outside the place when Chuck Brown started playing. Everybody just piled in.
Out in
Cameo, all the rest of the groups, they kind of flew left. But when Chuck Brown played, man,
kicked
it's
off. Yeah.
yeah, man.
Bridge
So
out. Give me the bridge out. Don't
that's right, man.
whatever you.
Man, it was a amazing time to grow up listening to music, man. It was an amazing time because
Yeah.
the thing about go-go that was important is because like the powers that be didn't accept the music. It
Okay.
forced go-go bands to be very original.
Okay.
They wrote their own. Every go-go band had their own sound. Chuck Brown played the blues. Trouble was doing like EDM style music.
Okay. Yeah.
EU was rock. You know what I mean?
Man.
And at Rare Essence was R&B.
Yeah.
So every band had their own sound, their own music that associated them to
Yeah.
their audience, man.
Yeah.
But now, man, go, DC has really embraced it, man. And like
Solid.
they call it the official music of DC now. You know what I
Official
mean?
music of Chocolate City.
That's right, man. And look, it ain't chocolate no more.
I bet. I bet. I bet we won't even go
But
down
see,
that road.
yeah, but that's one of the things that they're really using to hold on to like
Nice.
the culture, musical culture of DC, which is rich, man. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's always been a live music town, man, and it's a wonderful place to grow up. Even I grew up in Alexandria, which is a hop, skip, jumping away, but
Mm-hmm.
we were experiencing the same thing. Even my brother, man, my brother Martin Hawkins,
Okay.
he was,
Your
yeah,
brother Mark.
he
So
was into
okay.
it too.
Okay. Well, now that you mention it, I will say that I met you when you came out to Oakland and you were on bass. All right. So So I met you years ago,
Yeah.
and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring up a little more of your history. Then we're gonna talk about what you up to.
Okay.
All right.
And
So
we actually played together.
not quite. I
Okay.
watched you. I watched you play, and
Oh man, I'm embarrassed.
it's like don't even be. But I'm just waiting on one door to open. But until that door,
Okay.
and if guest, are you there yet? Not yet. All right. So we're gonna guess figure it out. So
Okay.
all right. Now tell us what are you up to, man? Because I like the three songs you sent to me, man. They're swinging. They're
Thank
original.
you.
I like
Thank
what's
you.
happening.
Thank you.
I've already started playing them. Tell us about this.
Well, man, I spent like 5 years playing with pianist Cyrus
Oh,
Chestnut,
okay. We're getting a little
and
jitter, so
I
we're
was
gonna slow.
probably out there.
Okay, that's who it was, Cyrus Chestnut.
Okay, so just, yeah, so I man, for years. Uh-oh, something's not right. Okay, but for
Okay.
years, man, I have talked about doing a CD. You know, for
Mm-hmm.
years, man, 20 years in running, man,
Mm-hmm.
and I just had to go ahead and do it, man. And
Mm-hmm.
fortunately for me, I had a group of musicians,
Yeah.
man. Alto saxophonist James Saxmo Gates. We're all based here in Richmond. Um, Pianist Dr. Weldon Hill. Oh,
Do you
hey,
recognize? Ladies and gentlemen, I just brought up his brother in the Zoom. Okay, he had no idea that I was going to
yeah.
bring up his brother, and I'm looking at both the
So
Hawkins brothers. What's up, Hawkins brothers?
yeah, man. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good,
All
Mike.
right. Good.
Good to see you,
Good. Good.
brother.
Good. It's good
Good
to
to
see
see
you
you,
too,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
man,
this,
I was just telling them about the music scene up in Alexandria in the DC area when we were growing up, man. It was
and
amazing,
Martin always brings up Chuck. He always there's something that he'll send me a link. Chuck, here's Chuck.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Right. That's
But
right.
the
That's
thing
right.
about Chuck Brown,
Go ahead.
he was doing like a lot of blues standards, man. Like doing things like vocalies. He was doing um what's the name of that song? I can't even think of it. But we were learning all these jazz standards as kids, man. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? And just because do Chuck Brown, and not to mention like Elwood Jones, Ovation, Marty. My brother knows who he is,
Hey man. Marty,
man.
Marty, Marty be hitting me on that DC sound every now. It just be coming out of the blue.
Hey, man, look, you cannot be from DC if you're not, But see, my brother and I, we came up in the perfect time for it. It was the perfect time. It was just starting to grow. Musicians were starting to, and during that time, man, it was interesting because I remember as a child,
Mhm.
everybody was coming home with a musical instrument. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? My brother played drums. I played
okay,
trombone. And
okay.
and in the afternoons, you see all the middle school, high schoolers walking with saxophone, trumpet,
Yep.
trombone. They'd be walking home with it. You know what I mean?
Very
So
nice.
that was during it. That was a special time.
Yeah.
Special time. You
All
know.
right, all right. So, Martin Hawkins, we got you here. We got your brother here, man. And I was telling him, and I
Where
never
did we
exposed it,
play?
man. I never.
Where did we?
Go ahead.
Oh, over at the church.
So I might have met you. Yep, I think you might have. Martin might have brought him to Genesis, but I met you at Yoshi's. I remember being at
Oh,
Yoshi's.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
you were playing with
Yeah.
Cyrus then.
Cyrus. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, man.
we had moved the conversation up about your new release. Give us the name of it and give us the date you're gonna drop it and how people can get
Okay.
it.
Well, the name of it is titled On Bass, Michael Hawkins, and I got the name because I was thinking about all the times that I was playing gigs and stuff, and when
Mhm.
they would introduce the band, they will say on drums, Mr. Such and Such,
Okay.
and
Um,
on bass, Michael Hawkins. You know what I'm saying? So,
mhm.
that's how I got the name. And I didn't want to try to change the world. I just want to do something, some simple swinging tunes, you know what I mean? That didn't have to. I'm not trying to change the wheel or reinvent the wheel or nothing like that, man.
That's funny you say that, man, because the guy that he doesn't know he's my mentor, but I'll be watching just about every movie we make because he's doing
Yeah.
things that I've dreamed of. His name is Jay Sennett.
Oh, you know
Jay
Jay Center.
Sennett. Yeah, he's out there in Virginia.
Yeah, man. I just talked to him the other day, man. He's
Are
gonna
you
play my record on the
serious?
show, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Jay's my dude. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Then
we
it's
play
connected.
together a
See.
lot, man. Yeah.
Oh man, see that's
And
solid.
he's a heavy dude. He's a
He
heavy dude.
is.
Yeah.
Jay is heavy. So he mentioned the
And actually, I'm gonna
conversation.
text him now saying I'm doing an interview with him.
Perfect, perfect. He mentioned the conversation about music, some of the music that he's hearing, and it's just
Yeah,
too heady. People are getting scientific,
yeah,
trying to be too deep about it when it just
yeah,
break it back down to the basics. And you
yeah. And man,
mentioned
he
that
had
in your
just he had
conversation,
just
man.
mentioned that, man. We had just talked about that the other day, man. So
Yeah.
when I'm gonna send him a copy, and he's
Yes.
gonna, and
Good.
look, he's like a mentor to a lot of us, whether he
I'm telling
realizes.
you. I'm
Now,
telling you.
let me tell you. Let me tell
Okay.
you.
All right.
Our drummer studied with Jay back when he was in high school. His name is Billy Williams.
Okay.
Okay, Billy's well known throughout the jazz circles because he does a lot of work. And one thing I've learned, I met a couple of musicians who studied with Jay Sennett,
Okay.
and they are very, very. There's never a wasted note. Everything is like phrasing, the whole nine is perfect almost. You know what I mean?
That's like music
Never
coming out of
nothing wasted.
Nashville.
And man, it's exactly what it is, man. And
Yes.
he's an amazing drummer, man. I, I
Yes.
I wish I could play with him more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So when I talked to him the other day, I was like, man, we need to play some more. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
and my pianist, Dr. Weldon Hill, plays with him a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, man,
Okay.
Jason, and let me.
That explains your sound, man. I mean you pulling serious weight. Don't get me wrong. You know,
Oh man, I appreciate it, man.
yeah, you pulling serious weight. But you're surrounding
Thank
yourself
you.
with people
I'm
that
just
are
trying.
challenging you.
I'm
Yeah.
just doing.
Say
Oh
that again.
yeah. So
Yeah.
this band is great. The band is perfect because our band consists of like Marty. You still there?
Yeah, Marty. I know Marty's on mute, but we don't
Okay.
see you, brother.
Yeah, yeah, I am. And I just want to I want to let you guys do your deal.
All right.
I just want to say that I'm proud of Mike. I'm proud of you, man. You followed your
Thank you, man.
dreams,
Yes.
Thank you.
since we were kids. And so,
Yeah,
God has his hand on you, brother,
I
and I love
appreciate it.
you
Yeah.
and just
Love
keep
you
doing
too,
your
man.
thing, man.
Yeah,
All
man.
right,
I'm
I am.
and see, and Michael, just so you know, man, I love your brother too, man. If I could tell you the story about how we met and how we just became connected, you
Yeah.
you'd believe it because that's your brother. So Hawk, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you for that surprise,
Hey,
bro.
man.
And
Thank
I
you,
know,
man.
yeah,
Tell
we'll,
everybody say hello. I actually have a song written there. Back in when his eldest was born, I was in grad school over at Queens College,
okay.
and man, I was freaked out to learn that I was an uncle. Because I was so used to calling other people uncle and whatnot. And I was like, man, I'm an uncle. So I
Yeah.
ended up writing the tune, man, on her behalf.
Oh,
Now
that's great. That's great.
Nice,
yeah,
That's great.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I
nice.
remember you telling me that.
yeah.
All
Um,
right. So if I
all
call
right.
you Hawk, which one am I talking to?
I don't know. That's Hawk number one.
All
Yeah.
right.
We used to go to this Chinese restaurant. My dad loved it, and she said, "You hockey son number one, hockey son number two."
That is true. That is a
Yeah,
true
yeah,
story.
yeah,
That is a
yeah,
true
Oh,
story.
that is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Loving you guys. All right,
yeah.
Martin Hawkins. Peace, brother.
Hey
I'll
man, take
talk
care,
to
bro.
you. Okay.
All right, Mike.
Thank you for
All right, man.
calling, bro.
My best to the family. All right, Eric.
All
Thanks.
right, take care.
Thanks
Hawk.
for looking out and bringing my brother into your world.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.
And he wouldn't be here had it not been for you, man.
All
All
right.
right.
I appreciate it,
Peace.
man. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good
All
night.
right. All right. You
All right,
too,
man.
man.
Take
Thank
care.
you. Tell the family I said hey.
Will do.
Okay. Bye-bye. There you go, brother. There's your
Yeah,
surprise.
man. Wow, that's awesome, man.
All
That's
right.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
cool, man. All right. So, again, man. So give us your website.
MichaelHawkinsmusic.com. We did a pre-release.
Okay, we got slow it down. We got a little choppy on the
last week on the 22nd, and you can go there.
Okay, so
Okay.
all right.
So we did a pre-release on the 22nd.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can download 2 free tracks.
Okay.
And the official release is on the 29th.
Okay.
And you can get it through all your
streaming outlets,
iTunes, and all the digital streaming outlets. Yeah, and you can also buy it from the website.
Okay, good.
So
now,
yeah.
Okay. And as a side, man, just so you all know, man, just name a few of some of the people you've gigged with and toured with.
Oh man. Mainly with Cyrus Chestnut. We did some stuff with. I did some. Shucks, man. Vocalist Vanessa Rubin. Jimmy Heath.
And you know what? Our audio is getting a little crazy. So I tell you what, I'm gonna read a few. Look like it. Jimmy Heath, Eric Alexander, Gary Barnes, Donald Harrison, John Hicks, Mogo Miller, Eric Reed, Vanessa Rubin, Leon Thomas, Carla Cook, Stephon Harris, Mark Whitfield, Cindy Blackman, Steve Torre, Carl Allen.
Yeah.
Man, you can't help but come slamming, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, look, man, I wish I'd have known then what I knew now, you know what I mean? Which is funny, man, because I just fortunate to be able to be in those people. Yeah. You know, probably one of the most interesting people I played.
Okay, our audio
was Najee Adams.
Say that one more time, brother.
You know, I mean, yeah, man. He's one of the most interesting with Hannah's Onaje Allen Gums.
Okay, hold on. Roll that name one more time.
And he was always, and he was like one of the first hip hop producers back in the early 80s.
Say that name again, because I think I recognize that name from Vesta Williams.
Okay, Onaje Allen Gums. You probably absolutely right. Yes.
Okay. And now mention
awesome piano player.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
he's on transition, you know.
Okay.
A couple of years back, he fell victim to the COVID-19 pandemic, you know.
May he rest in peace. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, very interesting.
Yeah.
Any plans? Man. Yeah. Any plans on coming to the Bay Area yet?
Man, look, I have most definitely, man. Most definitely. I'm trying to take this as far as I possibly can. So I have a good friend who's in the Bay Area.
Okay.
We play together in New York. His name is Riley Bandy.
Okay.
So we've talked about, and you know, there's a pianist John Chin from the Bay Area.
Okay, I don't know him, but yeah, if you got some connections, man, come on out.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I'll drop your name with San Jose Jazz.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I'll drop your name over some of the DJs at KCSM.
Yeah.
Our jazz programmer at KKUP.
Okay.
one of the programmers up at KPFA. They're out of Berkeley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I will definitely drop
Yeah.
you
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank
definitely
you.
and share your music. You know, share your links with them.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
go ahead.
when the official release comes out, I'm gonna go ahead and send you the whole CD.
Okay, that's perfect. And then I'm going to give you their info as well, so that you know if I don't know if you have anybody working the record, but word of
No,
mouth.
I don't. I don't, man. I don't.
Okay,
And I don't know if I'm going to, you know.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. And so on that note, it's gonna be ground roots, brother. We gonna
That's
do it
right.
from the bottom up
That's right. That's
because
right.
it's worthy. And if Jay likes it,
Yeah.
it's gonna work. It's
Man,
gonna
look,
be
look,
okay.
look.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to hear it, man. You know.
Yeah, but be sure to tell them you know that we had this interview.
Yeah, I just texted him, man.
Awesome.
So
Give us your website again. I always like to keep that out there.
MichaelHawkinsMusic.com,
Hmm.
and you can keep up with all what's happening with my band. My band's called Michael Hawkins and the Brotherhood.
That and I was gonna drop that right as I
Yeah,
brought Martin in. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
And the
Brotherhood.
brotherhood.
Yeah.
That's
So,
beautiful. Okay. Let's see. That's pretty much I think we covered a lot, man. We covered a lot. And I really enjoy speaking with you. And as
man, the pleasure has all been on mine, sir. Thank you.
you are very welcome. And my airwaves are your airwaves.
I appreciate it, man. I can't wait to get the chance to meet you in full flesh, full body,
Yes.
face to face next
And
time.
and get that hug.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir. Thank
all
you for
right,
all
is there
you've done.
definitely. And again, healing blessings for your family and your daughter.
Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely. Are there any final words?
Man, just get a chance, listen to the CD, man, and
Which is called Michael
uh,
Hawkins on bass.
Mike Hawkins on bass, Mike Hawkins, and
Michael Hawkins, okay.
I'm always live streaming concerts. I'm working that so you can go to my website and look at concerts that we have. So
Very nice. You're also on social media, right?
I'm also on shows on Facebook
Mhm.
and on
IG.
Instagram, yeah.
Okay.
And you can see a lot of the band videos on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay, very nice. So you know, you may not know, but I always like to close with one of my own questions.
Okay.
Can you cook, Michael?
Man, I do a little burning, man. You know, I have to be in I have to be in the mood though, you know what I mean? And when I get in the mood, I'll just cook everything I can possibly find, you know what I'm
See, I tell the
saying?
wife that too. I tell her that she go, baby, why you cook so much? You know I don't
Yeah.
eat.
Man, look, I
I go
used to
because the
watch,
stove is hot.
yeah, man. I used to but I love to grill, man. Love
Okay,
to, yeah,
very
smoke
nice.
some, smoke some chicken or something like that, man. I love it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, brother. All right, well that's cool. I always like to ask that, and
Yes, sir.
I see you have the recipe for putting together some good music, so I would love to sup with you sometime and check your recipe for some
Definitely.
food.
Definitely, man.
All
Thank you.
right. All right,
All
Michael
right, man.
Hawkins. Michael Hawkins, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to be on the lookout for Mike Hawkins on bass. Release is getting ready to drop any day now. But you've heard it first right here on the drive-through.
Thank
All
you,
right.
sir. All right. Have a
All
good
right,
night.
man. You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay.